It's good. It's got kind of a weird echo, but not bad.
I don't think a random weird echo over not working well.
Yeah, well, I'm worried that I'm just really concerned about you not working. Remember how that used to be? Where it would only record one half of it?
Yeah.
And it's not doing that. So I'll stick with the weird echo rather than mess with it. It's November the 3rd, 2019, and I'm Eric. Documentaries always from blah, 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 Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, where if you feel like you're constantly giving 110%, then you don't understand math.
I fucking always hated that. I'm doing 110%. Really? Interesting. So, you're just bad.
That is the kind of thing that leads to deficits. And we're going to talk about that soon. How are you doing, George?
Jesus, motherfucking Christ. I'm okay.
I agree. I'm in the Jesus motherfucking Christ boat. Although our listenership is up and things are looking good in that respect. Lots of people following the new podcast already, like 224 followers already, and it's not even a thing yet. So that's really cool.
That is definitely cool.
No email. No,
nobody wants $35.
4 email addresses you can email. And I added a 5th. Well, I guess part of that episode in here, so maybe not, but there's a 5th now. I said you can email my personal email, just fucking shutup@gmail.com. No email yet. So I'm about to claim that money myself.
All you gotta do is send yourself an email, and I will pay you $30, Eric. I'm actually going to pay you 25. You got to pay yourself $5.
Actually, I think I owe myself $5, so I'll have to pay 10.
I'll just send you 40. Yes. Right? I think I owe myself 100.
Works perfectly. So thanks, listeners. It's awesome. But seriously, get an email into us. Don't be a dick. Email content. All you got to do is send us an email and don't be a dick. And we will just send you $25, probably PayPal or some crazy way, something like that. But get an email into eric@ericgore.com, gord@ericgore.com. Jim Cook has genitalwarts@gmail.com. I could prove Jim Cook has genitalwarts@outlook.com.
Every time.
Or my personal email, just fucking shut up @gmail.com.
That's F-U-K.
That's F-U-K-I-N. Fuck it.
Fuck.
You can use that in Scrabble, by the way. I said it's okay. If they say no, just be like, Eric says it's okay. It's on episode 170, whatever. I don't know. The numbers are thoroughly meaningless now. You can just call it episode 70, whatever. Castbox has 175. I think Spotify has us at 160 something. I think I have us at 188.
And yet we still haven't broken 100 yet.
We're still the 100th, and the 100th episode is going to be epic when it happens.
So good.
I can't wait for that.
So excited.
We should start planning that actually right away here.
We should.
The big 100th episode extravaganza. Which would be good because it's a good thing we've never done that before. Because that was not thoroughly forgettable.
We'll just call it part 1, part 2, part 3. Bring us back. Start at part 7.
Yeah, we're still in part 7 of season 1.
Wait, what?
You guys have done 3,000 episodes.
Yeah.
And half of them are called season 2. Yeah, that'll make sense later. You'll see.
When we're finished the whole thing, that's what it's like the TV show Lost, where they'll actually tie together with us.
I never saw Lost. I never saw one episode of it.
Oh my god, that show, I actually really enjoyed the first season. And then it just went stupid.
Yeah,
it just got fucking ridiculous. But the first season was really well done. I think they just, I don't know, I felt like they just kind of rushed it or something. Oh, it's kind of stupid.
all of those gigantic, big shows that get super popular and take off like that, I've never seen any of them. I saw one episode of Breaking Bad.
I've never seen a single full episode of that show.
Never got into that one. The Game of Thrones thing was lost on me. What else?
One full episode of that.
The Walking Dead, nothing.
No, every time I saw that, I just didn't. Zombie movies do nothing for me.
Zombies are not cool. They're not entertaining in any way.
The only zombie movie I actually really liked was I Am Legend.
Yeah, I honestly didn't hate it.
Now, there was for two reasons. Number one, the zombies fucking ran fast.
Yeah.
So that was awesome because you can't just walk away from them. So that was kind of cool. The heart-wrenching scene with the dog was just painful, and it was so well done.
I was just going to say, it's been done better in other venues. MASH did that scene where it was a woman with a baby.
Well, yeah, you said anything else, sure. I mean, old fucking Yellow did it first, too, but...
No, but I mean, they're literally choking it out because it was going to make noise. In MASH, it was a woman with her baby.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that episode. Fuck, I was going to watch
It's in the final episode, and Hawkeye's describing it, but in his memory, it's a chicken, and then all of a sudden he remembers it wasn't a chicken, it was a baby on a school bus.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and it's thoroughly disturbing. So it was a good movie, though. I'm not saying it wasn't. It's just borrowed some emotional stuff from other places. Everyone knows that.
Every movie does.
Every movie does, that's true. My novel will too. No, it won't. It's totally original. It's exciting, thrilling, and you guys are going to be fucking mind-fucked by it. You know what else is kind of a mind-fuck? The new issue of GQ. Now, I know that sounds stupid coming from me, but believe it or not, I stopped and looked at it.
Okay.
And GQ, yeah, right? I didn't realize that. I thought GQ was a men's magazine. I had no idea. This one has Pharrell. Pharrell, the world famous, super insanely popular producer who no one can tell me what the fuck he's ever done.
Wasn't that him that said the song, "So happy on the
Sure.
I think that was him.
Yeah.
Which, for the record, I love that song that was recorded, not because it's a good song, but because somebody died while singing along to it.
Yeah, no, the girl fucking texting.
Yeah, that's it.
And she texted, "The happy song makes me happy," and then died. That was when the happy song made me happy. But anyway, I don't know what the fuck Pharrell does. I know he was on a season of The Voice, and I hated it.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was talking about toxic masculinity and the revolt on men that we have to just start to accept and get used to because the world is different now. And it's a time of spiritual warfare. And there's a doctor in this fucking magazine. Now, forgive me, I'm going to have to paraphrase because I skimmed. This doctor saying that the effects of testosterone are a placebo effect. They're made up. They don't exist. Testosterone doesn't affect us. So there you go, man. We've just been making that up this whole time.
So, what?
Yeah.
What?
No! Yeah, I know.
No! Pharrell! No!
Oh, yeah.
Pharrell, dude, you gotta listen to me here. I get it. You're popular, and you're a fucking moron, apparently. But you gotta listen, man. You gotta listen to me here. You don't know biology. You don't understand the basics of the difference between a man and a woman and what made a hormone between the two creates that.
Yeah, it doesn't. We've just been living a lie this whole time.
don't know that, little baby needs to put his suck back in his mouth and shut the fuck up and stop talking to people.
This is from an actual doctor. Now, I get the sense it's some kind of a homeopathic doctor.
Absolutely.
With a doctorate in, like, you can have a doctorate in so much stupid shit nowadays. You know, you get to call yourself a doctor, though. You can be a doctor of fucking board games, whatever your college offers a doctorate in. There's a doctorate in broadcasting. You could have a doctorate in radio broadcasting.
Yeah.
And walk around calling yourself a doctor. Oh, I'm a doctor. You're a doctor in radio. You know how to fix radios. It doesn't, you can. That gives you the authority to say, oh, I'm a doctor. So, is there a doctor here? You go, yeah, I'm a doctor. Well, a real fucking doctor, you retard.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Talk to me? Get the fuck out of here. You can tell me what the weather is and what time it is? Get the fuck out of here.
I want to do that. I want to go get some sort of stupid doctorate in something. Or an honorary doctorate, just so I can do that.
I almost got ordained.
You almost got a who?
Ordained.
Really?
I was going to be, I was because my friend Leo was she was going to get married. She offered to pay for me to get ordained so that I could be the minister at her wedding.
Now, it troubles me that you can pay to be ordained.
Well, yeah, it's an online course. It's meant so that you can do non-religious weddings.
No, it's meant as you're recognized as a voice of God. You're ordained by God, not on the internet. That's what ordained means. That's why I'm starting to think it lacks credibility if you can buy it online.
Yeah, it's like $180.
Yeah. Why would you waste all that time trying to commune with God when you can just pay $180 and be the next pope?
That's what I've been trying to say for a long time.
See, that makes me think maybe a little bit of hokum involved there. Much like the good doctor who says testosterone is fake. Come on, people. This movement has to stop. We're turning little boys into little girls, and the world is saying that's okay. That's the way it's just going to be. Like guys like Pharrell, not that Pharrell's exactly like the one I'm turning for advice on masculinity anyway.
No.
The dude's 4'3", looks Ethiopian. And I don't mean that as a racial thing. I mean he looks skinny as fuck. I'm not going to him for advice on how to be a man to begin with, but for him to come out and I'm sure maybe some little confused kids probably are.
Well, absolutely. That's the thing. Like when you get to the level of stardom as these dating morons are, you gotta understand that just because somebody said something, it doesn't make it fact.
No, but it is now. That's the thing. People say shit, and then all of a sudden it's just fact.
That's the terrifying.
It's the Paltrow effect.
Yeah.
She didn't start it, but she certainly made an impact in it. Where Gwyneth Paltrow just said things, and mothers went, "Yeah, we have to do that." That's a thing. No, it's not. She's fucking nobody. She was Brad Pitt's ex.
Yeah.
That's all she's famous for, really. Like, name a good movie she did without him. Time's up.
I just had time to think of everything she had done and nothing came up.
Yeah, no, she didn't.
By the way, speaking of Gwyneth Paltrow, by the way, did you know that the only reason she got the role in the Marvel movie, as Tony Stark sort of secretary and turned wife and everything else, was because the director of the movie owed her a favor.
I don't.
And she didn't want to do it. But he's like, I owe you a favor, and trust me, this is going to pay out large. Just do it. And basically made her do it.
That's not a favor. That's not returning a favor, really, when you're like, I'm fucking doing
millions upon millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of dollars for it. Like, she got a lot of money for doing those movies.
that's where the money is. You don't worry about your salary. It's the toy sales, the T-shirt sales, well, it used to be DVD. Now I guess they must have some sort of deal worked out with like Netflix or whatever. That's where all the money's at. But yeah, I know she's not hurting, but that's the effect. These people say things, and then it's just true. You know, people can come out and say anything, and as long as some retard like Oprah or someone grabs onto it, then it becomes true. That sounds like fucking Dr. Oz is a thing. And people now more so than ever are so quick to grab onto it and believe it, and then spread it as truth. This is how anti-vaxxing begins. This is how the flat Earth has become a thing.
And what I don't understand is, again, you're talking about the age of the internet where every answer to every question is there. And yet you refuse to fucking look at any other anything?
Yeah, no, you look at the one angle that supports your side of the argument, and that's the one you run with. That's how, political campaigns are run. That's how the environmental thing is spun. Like you were saying about the National Geographic thing the other day.
Yeah, the polar bear.
That's how it happens. And we take it, we run with it. And then this shit, and he's out there, this fucking goddamn magazine, which I've never really looked at one before in my life. Like, I always look at the cover and go, oh, that's a thing. But I've never stopped, but this one caught my eye, and it's telling us that, our bodies aren't in line with our spirit, and our spirits are in line with God, and we're out of touch with God, and just fucking crap. And then it's full of drag queens and transvestites talking about manliness and how that working in you gotta work in your drag queenness in your life. No, I'm not gonna dress like a woman to be more manly. That's stupid.
Counterproductive.
It's we're gonna have the most confused fucking millennials. Kids are gonna be so fucked.
Oh, there you go.
The children of millennials, the world is going to look like Pee-wee's fucking Playhouse, I guarantee it. It's just going to be a bunch of babbling idiots talking to their furniture. And homes will be computerized enough that the furniture will move around like that and shit, too.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's going to be a good show.
It's, like, people are noticing that the world is fucking imploding. I don't understand why people aren't seeing this. And we're raising this generation of morons. And entrusting them to take over, like, listen to these speeches, oh, these are the people of the future, this is the workforce of the future. No, these are fucking invalids. They're sea monkeys. They're retarded. And, my God, what are we doing? We're not solving anything. We're trying to ban vaping.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is vaping a problem? How many people has vaping killed? 2. And the world's up in arms about it. Fentanyl's killed 12,500 in this neighborhood. I don't have the number in front of me. I'll have to look it up again, but it's something disgusting, like 70% of accidental death in the country. Like that's fucked. And no one's caring about that. No one's doing anything. No one's saying anything about it. We gotta stop vaping. Stop the vapors.
Yeah, that's the important thing. That's what we gotta fucking really pay attention to.
We have a road called the Highway of Tears. It's called that because whenever someone walks down it, they get killed by men in vans who don't get caught. Dozens of women.
People think about it.
Dozens of women just disappear on this road every year. Who gives a fuck about vaping? Stop the murdering on the Highway of Tears, and then maybe we'll focus on vaping, and we got some time after that. Stop creating problems that aren't problems and avoiding the real ones. You can't live by Justin Trudeau's example. But that's what we're doing. That's why he got elected again. We live by his example. Oh, there's not a problem. This little fucking tiny thing is a problem. The fact that I'm one of the champions of the environmental movement, and yet I produce 10,000 times the carbon emissions of any other Canadian. That's not a problem. Vaping is the problem.
I just, like, I mean, that's what I understand, especially with the vaping, is I just don't get it. So, one dude dies, one blows up in your pocket. You know it's one very specific brand that's doing all the damage because it's a complete total rip-off, knockoff variation of everything else. And they're really, really cheap. And you know all this. But yet you're going to ban vaping all over the place because you're fucking stupid.
No, you know what it is, Gordon? It's because our society today, they don't want us to quit a thing. They just want to be able to tell us what not to do.
Yeah,
because that's what they did. They said, you can't smoke. You can't smoke. Smoking's the devil. You can't quit smoking. Here, take this vape. And then we all did. We said, okay, we'll take your vape. And then they said, oh, no. You can't vape. Vaping's evil. Vaping's killing you. Vaping. No, you just want to fucking tell me what to do. You don't care what I'm stopping or curing. It's just, and once we quit vaping and move on to the next thing, they'll tell us we can't fucking do that. It's bored, lonely fucking Whole Foods shoppers coming up with the rules, and we're listening to them. We're letting rich white women tell us what to do. Why are we?
I get it. I hate society.
Yes.
I hate it. Every mother, all you fucking losers,
they're sitting
straight up losers.
Sitting around watching Ellen all day, twiddling their thumbs, trying to figure out what part of my life is bad and I have to quit it. It's gotten to a degree now where they've got it into rap producers' heads that men are supposed to be feminine. We're going to have a whole generation of rappers that are all just like Missy Elliott, except more feminine.
Well, asking you shall receive.
I don't know.
I know we don't. On the upside there is an upside to this. This will work to our fucking, this is going to work to our advantage for the next, like, say, 25 years, just so you know.
As the only two sperm-producing humans on the planet?
That's right. You know when they heard the term last man on Earth? Well, yeah. That just might be us, my friend.
The only men who don't have a period?
Yeah. I actually heard a very interesting conversation with these guys, an actual doctor. He's actual like a biological fucking doctor, a real doctor, and he's been under fire because people have been coming at him for this over the fact that he's been outspoken enough to sit there and say, look, you want to identify as, you want me to refer to you as a woman? Sure, I'll call you a woman. But if you think for a second that I am A, going to believe the fact that you are when you are not, or B, that you're delusional enough to think that you, because you feel that you are a woman, therefore you have zero concept of what biology actually means. And I am not going to sit there and bow down to your lie because you think it's the truth, you don't understand that. And as soon as the guy said, the fucking person radio goes, well, does that mean it's scientific? No. Just because you're wrong about something doesn't mean that you've been slammed against. You're wrong.
Yeah.
You need to learn. You can't force a fucking 5-year-old boy into a dress and then wonder why it is that he thinks he likes dresses better all of a sudden because you put him there in the first place and then force a sex change on him. What happens when that kid turns 25?
Well, exactly. And that's what I've been saying. That was my whole argument at the beginning of the summer, was that at the end of the day, in the doctor's office, you're one or the other. I don't care if you can identify as a ham sandwich. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, you're one or the other. And chromosomal science is not wrong. You have a certain number of X chromosomes or a certain number of Y chromosomes, and what you feel like doesn't change that. Right. It doesn't alter the physical reality. Maybe it's the same as a split personality disorder. I don't think it doesn't exist. but you're not really 25 different people. You're mental. It's a mental defect.
And that's okay.
Sure.
But just because you identify as a life coach doesn't mean I have to say, hey, you're a life coach.
No, we don't pander to any other kind of mentally defective people.
No.
And it's becoming very dangerous for us. In doing so, these delusions are now becoming, like you said, they're forcing sex changes on small children.
Yeah.
And I'm just categorically opposed to it in every way imaginable. I don't think it should even be legal until you're an adult. You're in no way capable of making.
So when we say adult, we're talking about an actual adult, like say around the age of say 30.
I think you could be. I would say
18 is not. No, fuck you. 18 is not still smart enough to sit there and say you should be able to set change it over.
The word 18 never came out of my mouth. So before you fuck you me, no, it's not in British Columbia. It's not. And I never used the number 18. You can't just throw a number in my face and then jump down my throat for it. I didn't offer up a number.
Well, what's the legal standing of adult in BC?
It's 19. But that's still, I didn't offer a number. I just...
What's your number? And I apologize for jumping down your throat.
It's certainly not 30. I was a business owner. I was a married business owner at 22.
Was that a smart decision that you made?
No, that was a very smart decision. The copious amounts of cocaine I did to maintain that was not a smart decision. Kind of went the wrong way on that one, but still, if I can own a business and I can be legally married and I can do all that shit, then I can make my own medical decisions at that point. I would say we need the parents to push us into the right fucking directions where we're not making these decisions. Why are you letting your 8-year-old tell you what the fuck they feel? I wasn't allowed to have feelings until I was 16. Right?
Remember what happened when we were kids? Shut the fuck up, I'll make you cry over something.
The price on pop cans just went up. It's part of the fat tax because you can't say no to your kid. Your kid's too fat. I have to pay 10 cents more for a fucking Coke because you can't say no to your kid. This is what our society has become. This is what we're letting our 8-year-olds tell us what to do. And fucking Whole Foods shoppers who watch Ellen all day are saying that's okay. Yeah, they got fucking Justin Trudeau taking advice from a 9-year-old, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's still such a massive fucking shock for me. I'm still having a hard time swallowing that fucking fact.
I'm not willing to abolish the Senate and have it replaced by the fucking Mickey Mouse Club.
No.
Our country is going to hell in a massive way because of these idiots. This is the problem. We're letting 8-year-olds tell us what's wrong with the world, and we're not focusing on the real issues. Don't ban vaping. Ban assault rifles. Can we just fucking get off the single-serve plastic straw for a while and ban murdering women? That would be something we should focus on. Let's make that illegal, and then we'll get back to straws.
Just because it's illegal doesn't mean it's going to stop.
No, it's not. But, come on. Plastic straws are the biggest problem we have.
Oh, absolutely. Didn't you see Eric? One got stuck in a turtle's nose. One. In human history.
Oh my god. Well,
where it didn't even kill the turtle.
No. That's the thing. These fish, oh my god, this whale lived for 1,800 years with this thing in its stomach. Well, then the whale's fucking had a good long life. Get over it.
And I'm pretty sure the whale's fine.
The whale's fine. Oh, you need to survive. This crab used this Pepsi can as a shell because, well, then it's very fucking resourceful. That's great. They're doing fine. Much better than us. My god, we gotta...
Now, speaking of whales, thank you for bringing that up for me, my friend, because I have a segue for you. And it's all I know is exactly what we're talking about. There is how should we put it, Fruit by the name of Jim White. Jim White wants to, he an activist, of course, and he has bought himself a 75-foot decommissioned military vessel dubbed Seaquarium's Shame, and he is touring around he says that whale watching is just wrong. He says it's wrong to harass wild animals in their natural environments for profit. So his way of dealing with this is to take a giant boat, cruise around the same whales that he doesn't want people taking pictures of, and let off colorful smoke bombs in the water so it ruins the picture.
Well, that's just a fantastic idea.
So he thinks it's a better idea to put the lives of people, the vessels, and the whales who pop up to breathe and they breathe in all the smoke. He thinks that's a better idea than anything else.
I think inside of a month he ends up with a fin whale in his propeller and he gets lynched.
I certainly hope so.
It happens almost yearly here in the port of Vancouver. A fin whale gets hit by a boat and dies. And he is going to be the worst of it. And that's great. Way to go, Jim. And
you're a fucking moron.
I might just offer up the fact that your name is very politically incorrect, and I just can't support you in any way. Because I just can't get behind whites.
Now, the funny thing is you see, the Miami Seaquarium, see, that's an aquarium.
Yes, it is.
That's not a boat.
No. No, I don't know what exactly it is. I'm not familiar with it, but I guess he's buying an aquarium?
No, he bought a boat, and
right.
he's in the ocean stopping whale watchers, but his attack is against the Miami Seaquarium.
Oh, sure.
So, wouldn't your, isn't, and this just goes the utter stupidity.
Well, we got rid of SeaWorld. We managed to get them shut down. And they were the cause of all the problems before. All the ocean's problems were blamed on SeaWorld.
Oh, absolutely. And now that we got that stopped, nothing happened, I forgot.
I guess it's Miami's turn.
Just a bunch of people lost their jobs.
Well, that's just it. That's how these little crusades end up. Nothing happens, and then we forget. And then 10 years later, another one pipes up with the same kind of crusade. It's the same with vaping. Notice how smoking's not banned anymore? No one says fuck all about smoking. Vaping's the devil.
Yeah.
We've forgotten about smoking. We've moved on.
So, by the way, here's this guy. I love how this moron fucking really thinks. He goes, would it be okay, because these is legally standing, these boats are legally required to keep a minimum of 200 meters distance between themselves and orcas, specifically.
Right, because of
the pollen, right?
The noise.
Exactly. So that's the legal requirement. So this guy said, would it be okay to follow behind a family of bears with multiple vehicles? Let's say there were 100 people total, all day long, so as long as you were 200 meters behind that family of bears, would that be okay?
Yes, absolutely. It's called a safari. We do it all the time.
Yeah, and not only that, but a bear doesn't like you, a bear's going to turn and attack you, and if the whales are bothered by you, they'll flip their fucking boat.
And also, whales depend on the sound waves in the water to communicate and to travel. They can hear for miles and miles with the sonar, and that's how they communicate. That's why you have to stay away from them. You fuck up their orientation underwater. If you're 200 miles away from a bear, he's not going to hear you. He's going to be fine.
Yeah. If you're 200 meters, if you're at 200 meters behind a bear, and the bear doesn't want you there, a bear will let you know.
Exactly. You can't compare anything in the water. It's a completely different creature dependent on a completely different set of skills to get around. You can't compare it to a bear. That's such a stupid... right? Mr. White. Fucking white people, I swear to God.
And his next big thing, by the way, is that he is going after the BC whale watchers next.
Oh, good.
That's his next one.
You go hard. You put all 4 of them out of work. Way to crack down on a problem that doesn't exist there, Jim. BC whale watching, yes, there was that one boat sank once. Yeah. That was horribly unfortunate.
It's a terrible fucking thing.
It's never happened before, it's never happened since, and I've been whale watching. Trust me, they do not disturb the whales. It is the most boring fucking roundabout way to maybe get to see one.
Yeah. Yeah, you're paying a lot of money, there's a good chance you just might not even see one.
Yeah, a lot of times it's just wave watching. It's not quite the same. So, Jim, you're definitely part of the problem.
Yep, and you're not a solution, my friend. You're a problem.
Here's the thing about that, guys. Being part of the problem is stopping us from being productive and solving problems is actually being the problem. These countries that are polluting more than anything in the world, like China with their massive amounts of coal pollution that they pump out, you know what would stop them from using all that coal and ruining the fucking planet? Would be let us develop our natural gas and ship it to them. Let us develop our oil and ship it to them. Then they stop using coal and they stop producing all that carbon. But by stopping it, by not allowing us to develop this stuff, you are creating the pollution in China. You have to be able to square that circle in your mind. It's not the same as doing nothing. It is worse than doing nothing. We might as well just stop doing anything at all. If we're going to, by allowing these countries that just blatantly violate all the laws, we're allowing them to do that by stopping us from giving them the alternatives. And you're taking advice from people. There was a list put out. I don't know if you've heard of this list, but it's the worst of the worst. People who tell us that we have to reduce our carbon footprint, and they constantly tell us to do so, and yet theirs is, on average, 10,000 times worse than the average person. Yep. The list includes Bill Gates, Paris Hilton, Jennifer Lopez, Oprah Winfrey, Mark Zuckerberg, and, of course, our very own Justin Trudeau. Yep. Whose trip to his Christmas vacation produced more of a carbon footprint than the average Canadian does in a year.
That's just spectacular.
So, are you really helping anything, or are you just dressing up, dressing the part, talking the talk, and then doing virtually nothing, and actually causing more problems than you're helping? Yep. So why are we listening to them? We have to, it's kind of the same theme for the whole show. We're listening to the wrong fucking people with the wrong information. It makes them look good, it makes us feel good, but it's misinformed, and it's hurting more than it's helping.
Yeah. And yet, here we are.
And yet, here we are. But we're not going to be here very much longer if we continue to pander to this crap. We're causing the destruction of the planet by listening to these fucking Al Gore followers.
Yeah. And yet, what I don't get is, like, when who was the Bible that said that the beach out here, when that statement was made, they weren't talking about the pathetic. They weren't talking about the stupid.
No.
So, stop. You're stupid. Stop. You cannot use the fact that you're stupid as an excuse anymore. Because there's no excuse for being that fucking stupid.
No, exactly. But there's just stop. They turned their stupidity around into the new science. They're now.
But yet, all of this really comes down. It comes back to Trump. He's the first person that stood up and used the term alternative facts, and that's when everything fell apart.
Isn't that the truth? and you know, he's not an alternative. I'm not saying he's good. He's but again, he's not really our problem. Not super our concern right now. We've got to focus on actually solving the problem. No single Canadian has died because of Trump's policy. We have to get off Trump and get on fixing our fucking problems.
Yeah, no, agree.
But I'm not disagreeing with you.
Until he interferes with something hard, then that's going up because of it.
Well, yeah, but he's too busy playing, so partying, right? It just developed over in the corner here. It was really, really nice and quiet. I was the only one here. I'm never going to get a good sounding show until I get to the library and do it. I'd be there. I gotta get this back on. Alright, before my head explodes here, let's see if I got anything nice and light. We're a bunch of idiots. We're all headed towards doom. Nope. People who lecture us, I'm going to be bad.
I have something that's a light block.
Oh, the conservatives. I just wanted to mention the conservatives really quickly. I don't know if you noticed there is way people are saying they're pretty disappointed with their Mr. Andrew Scheer. And they're shocked and appalled at his politics. And they had no idea when they made him leader that that's how he felt about things. But they would have never made him the leader. Well, you fucking lemmings, that just makes you look worse.
Yeah, exactly.
You had no idea? Well, who the fuck were you? You didn't vet this guy, but you just put him up because he was a pretty face? This does not make your party look any better by turning on him. You look like a bunch of fucking vultures, for one thing.
Yeah.
And it just makes you sound even worse than you did during the election, because now you're saying, oh, we didn't know. Well, then why the fuck would you put him in charge?
Yeah. You knew.
Well, either you're lying now, or you were a fucking moron before the election. Which one do you want to be, the liar or the moron? Either way, I'm never, ever voting for you or your party.
Yeah.
So that's a bad thing. Turning on him now because he somehow let you down doesn't make you look better.
No.
You chose him as your leader. That makes, you just as stupid.
See, but here's the thing, though. He might even be turning on, but here's the really dumb thing. He won the popular vote. The people voted for him. Understand that. If the election was set up by just the people's vote, had nothing to do, if you had the election where it had nothing to do with how many ridings or whatever, it was strictly based off of how many votes he got, we would be under a conservative government right now.
Well, thank God we don't decide things that way. Thanks, Justin, for not changing the first thing you said you changed when you got in 4 years ago.
Yeah, we appreciate that, you fucking twat.
Worked out well for you, didn't it?
Yeah.
Jerk off. Just 2 years, two elections in a row. That's why you didn't change it after the first one. 2 for 2, JT.
There's another one for you, buddy.
So anyway, I just wanted to mention they're imploding, and I think it's great.
Every one of them should implode. Great.
Pretty much, yeah. Well,
they could implode and then explode and then implode again.
As much as I developed a little man crush on Jamie over the summer, you can go with them. Party politics has to go. That's the problem. It's not one guy. It's not Andrew Scheer. It's not just Andrew Jones. The whole entire system of party politics has to be eliminated.
That's right.
So absolutely, there isn't one. There is a lesser of evil right now. They're all the same fucking barrel of shit. So.
Yep. Why you vote Eric and Gord?
Both Eric and Gord. Mine is the next big election. 2021.
That's right. That's right.
Where I will be dethroning the very less than impressive, underwhelming Mr. Kennedy here.
Yeah, and you're actually going to have a platform based off of honesty. What a concept.
And he's another one. He won because he wasn't Gregor Robertson. That's it. No one knew who he was. No one cared about his politics. He just wasn't Gregor.
Yeah.
And in all fairness, that's why I like him too. But we will get onto that as we cross that bridge. And before that, go listen to go over to the Facebook page, and there's a contest you can enter just by liking the stories behind the songs Facebook page. It's just Facebook/stories behind the songs, and just like the page, and you're entered in a draw for some cool shit. And you also get to pick the band that we talk about in season 2.
That's pretty cool.
You want to know Big Kid Joe?
Yep.
So you go over and like that page, and you can enter Big Kid Joe to be a possibility.
I will do that.
Song being
Absolutely do that.
stories behind the song. Maybe it's very first, maybe some chance. It's presented by Oracle Media Productions, and they seem pretty cool. And I did all the artwork for the Facebook page, so you can like it for that reason. And
you are gonna go. You are legit. You are gonna eventually. You're gonna take the fuck off.
And they kind of got me on like a thing too, right? Because I turned in that artwork, and then like 2 days later, he's like, "Yeah, when were you gonna turn in your artwork for the show?" And I was like, "Were the ones I turned in not good enough?" I guess he didn't think they were done or something. I'm like, "Oh." I'll just redo those and shoot myself.
Right? Yeah.
And I was proud as shit of them. He was like, "Yeah, when were you gonna finish those?" Later.
just sending you a quick WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's what happens when you deal with when your producer is not me.
Oh man. So I have some very a little bit of world news for you.
Good. Let's move on
A little bit. In Istanbul.
Istanbul, not Constantinople.
Yeah, that's not Constantinople. A Turkish bus driver had driven his bus into a bus stop. When he went to get out, people went to stop him, and he pulled out a knife and stabbed several people. And then tried to run away and he jumped into, or tried to jump into, what the fuck was it? Was it the sea? Yeah, he tried to jump to the water to swim away to get away from the people that were basically trying to fucking lynch him. And he's now been arrested.
Oh, I was so hoping you were going to say he got attacked by a crocodile.
When I was first reading the article, I was hoping for that too.
Please
So
end it up.
13 people were injured, which is amazing. There's among the injured were 3 Iranian nationals and 2 children. Jesus. They're still trying to determine if he meant to slam into the shelter or if he just crashed by accident.
I don't know how many times I see these things on TV, and I'm like, "Oh, if this doesn't end in a crocodile attack, I'm going to be so stoked." That needs to be a show. The world's scariest police cases that end in a crocodile attack.
Oh, by the way, we have a great little winner here for the best news headline.
Oh,
Girl stabbed by, quote, strange man and dragged towards SUV.
oh, yeah, I've heard it.
He stabbed her and dragged her towards an SUV. Strange man, that kind of goes without saying, does it not?
A little bit, yeah.
That was in Toronto.
That's
The Thursday British contact for attempted abduction of an 8-year-old girl after near a school in Toronto's Downview neighborhood.
wow.
She was approached by a strange man, according to investigators. The man allegedly grabbed the girl, covered her mouth with his hand, and dragged her about 60 meters towards the SUV. He then allegedly tried to force her into the vehicle. As he tried to put her in the car, she was able to break free and run to safety.
Well, that's a good thing there's no genders, or else you might not have been able to do that.
Right? Exactly. There you go. A white male, standing about 5'8" with a skinny build and short gray hair, believed to be 40 or 50 years old.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that guy. Skinny guy. I think he was believed to be driving a red Mazda CX-5 with tinted windows.
Really?
Yep. They have a picture from a surveillance camera.
He actually had a man with tinted windows.
Yeah.
I would assume rapists would not drive rapist vans because, it just makes sense not to. But,
too easy. Yeah, no, he has one.
Yeah, of course.
It's the only way it'd be better if it was in a white unmarked van. That's the only way it would have been better with no windows. That's the only way it would have been. Yeah.
I'm surprised, honestly, that some car company hasn't put that out yet. The rapist van. The new 2019 rapist van with removable back seats and no windows.
By the way, for another bit of pointing out the obvious, I believe that this is who the fuck are they talking to? Hopkins. This is an investigator. This is the guy in charge of the case.
Oh yeah. So, I believe. Is anyone really in charge of the case at this point?
Hopkins said that the fact that the attempted abduction occurred in broad daylight in front of a school is concerning, but he hopes that people will come forward with information. Quote, I believe there are other people around or nearby, he said. I believe the attack happened very quickly. The information is that the assailant covered the girl's mouth with his hand so she wasn't able to make any noise. So unless somebody saw something, they wouldn't know what was going on.
That's the lead investigator.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know where to begin with that. It's hurting a little bit for a minute.
Oh, wow.
There you go. You have to preface that with "it's believed." Do you believe that, do you? That might be the possibility. He covered her mouth so she wouldn't make noise. It's believed. So we're going to have to recreate the scene.
I believe this is what happened. I'm not sure.
We're going to have investigators are recreating the drama now to see what happens when they put their hands over each other's mouths. This is
oh my God! I just love it.
I want this version of CSI to be on television. This is what I want.
That's what we just call it Canadian CSI. There it is. That's all we want.
What happened, hotshot meat guy? Well, I'm of the belief that...
So a girl was kidnapped in broad daylight. The guy put his hand over her mouth and turned away, but she was able to get away. So what we believe happened is the guy grabbed her, put his hand over her mouth.
But we're still trying to figure out why.
But we think it's so that nobody would hear her scream.
We think...
I will let you know.
We think
he put his fucking 4 years on that.
We think he put his hand over her mouth so she wouldn't make noise. But she wasn't making any noise before he did that. So that could be way off base.
Yeah.
Oh my
he might have been just using it as a teetering point while he was trying to carry her body. We don't know.
That is absolutely ridiculous. I can't.
So here's another one for you. The German city of Dresden, Germany, has declared a Nazi emergency.
Yes, they have. I actually read about this.
Right-wing extremist racist activity in the city, local council says. They passed a resolution warning that the far right was growing in strength in that city.
Remember I just told you this?
Yes, that's right.
I didn't realize it had become a Nazi emergency.
Yeah, the word Nazi-stan is an exaggerated formulation of the fact that there is a serious problem.
Wow. Well, there you go. See, I think that the fact that there was still Nazis in Germany should have been a big tip-off before it got to this Nazi emergency. 60 years after they were proven to be really, really wrong, it should not have been a fake. I don't know how they've been allowed to operate in Germany. That frightens me.
Because they go under the name of the Alternative for Deutschland, the AFD.
Yes, still.
They won, hang on, you ready for this? They won 27.5% of the vote in that year's state election. Yeah,
I was saying before our election that Nazis were a thing.
Yeah.
I had 27%. That's actually pretty good. Justin Trudeau was 33, so.
Right, and that's the thing. Trudeau was 33. This guy's literally off by 6%.
That was his highest. That was his highest. They were both pulling below 30 at election night.
Yeah.
So they're doing as well as Nazis. That's good.
That's something.
Why are Nazis around? Hey, Germany. We used to have some listeners there. I don't. Maybe people do. Hey, guys in Germany, can you tell me why you still have Nazis? Because they lost the war, and then after that, we had the Nazi war trials, where you got to try them all and get rid of them. That's part of the deal of winning the war. If you just let them hang around and do it again, you didn't really win. When we dropped the bomb on Japan, we didn't then rebuild all their planes for them and give them maps to Pearl Harbor. We stopped the problem.
And that's the thing, like, I mean, I get the come from behind that victory. Oh, like, the party almost had it right. If they just did one thing differently, they might have actually had the world domination. No, they wouldn't.
Yeah, no, but
they never, ever would have had world domination. It wouldn't have happened.
If they had just did that one thing different, yeah, that one thing different was not trying to obliterate a race of people.
Yeah. Actually, no, the one thing that they did truly wrong was when they invaded Russia.
Well, yeah, of course.
That was the problem, because up until that point, nobody is really interfering at all. As soon as they set foot in Russia, that's where they fucked up. And they also didn't understand weather, apparently.
But do you think anyone...
is home, but not so much in the weather.
And did we say, boy, thanks, Russia, after that? No, we kind of fucking kept them in the dark ages until, like, the late 90s.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, we never did thank them for that at all. Actually, the biggest thank you for that whole thing was they actually thanked the Canadians more than anybody.
Well, yeah, of course. That's
usually
how it happens. It's just that we get the credit for it. And then countries wipe each other off the earth, and everyone goes, yay, Canada! We just showed up. We literally just walked in. Yeah, just shut up. They're cheering for us. They know who we are. What is this thing where we go into a country and we defeat the evil there, and then we rebuild the evil and hope it's going to be fine this time? We keep doing it. We did it with Iraq, we did it with Iran, we did it with Turkey, we did it with Syria, then we did it with Turkey, and then we did it with Syria. Right? And now it's back into Iran again. And poor little Afghanistan just gets shit kicked every time. True. Pakistan and Afghanistan, we set up bases in their countries, destroy the shit out of them, and do nothing for them. But we prop up all the countries around them and then knock them all down again. It's like this weird giant game of Risk and Jenga combined that nobody ever wins. And that's world politics. I don't. It's the same as everything else. It's all bullshit. What's your Nazi emergency? How much of an emergency can these people be at the moment? What are they really doing?
Oh. Yeah, here's the thing though. Are they actually doing anything? Have they killed anybody? Are they lynching? Are they burning down synagogues? Are they...
Do we not remember Angela Merkel and her shutting down immigration 100%? Completely withdrawing from everything to do with the European Union and all their policies. Like, she was pretty fucking extreme. And everyone loved her.
That's because she never said, I hate you.
No, she didn't. But she shut down immigration completely. She said, no, we're not allowing any non-German citizens to come into Germany. Kind of the same thing, just did it a little more subtle.
Yeah. That's what Trump would like to do.
And Germany hailed her as being the savior. So what's the big fucking deal?
Just because Germany is the country of extremism.
Exactly. I don't see what the emergency could be here.
Is the fact it's becoming maybe obvious?
Well, yeah, but it's always been obvious. Like they've always been these weird subversive, sort of Nazi-like people. Don't you remember Sprockets?
No, what was the fucking Sprockets?
Oh, remember on Saturday Night Live? It's funny.
Oh. Yes, I can't remember that. I forgot about that. That's funny.
That's how we've always viewed Germans. That's how I view them. And really, they're not completely unlike that. They're really freaky people. Look at Angelique, one of the most stunning women I've ever met in my life, and her just eyes were cold and dead. Yeah, just no soul whatsoever. And she would help you with all your problems and stab you in the heart for no reason whatsoever. I fully believe that she would stop it there without messing up her hair. That's just how, like, what emergency do you have in Germany? Shut up. You don't have any emergency. You're just trying to.
The emergency is that apparently they're getting ready to win.
Yeah. The emergency is nobody's talking about Germany right now. They're like, what the fuck? We gotta get on the fucking news here, guys. We're getting left behind. Okay.
I know. Let's just say Germany and Nazi. We'll put that out in the title. Do whatever else you want. Doesn't matter.
All these other countries are getting depressed. England's got Brexit, and fucking Turkey's getting more pressed than us. What do we do? Just say the N-word.
Yeah. No, Nazi.
Not that N-word.
Not that N-word. Say the other one. The one that's bad for us.
Oh. Now, if you got a bunch of black Nazis running around.
Bunch of black, gay, Jewish Nazis.
Black? Yes. They talk about identity crisis.
Black, gay, male, Jewish Nazis that think they're female.
Black? Yeah, exactly. Black,
they identify as female. Yeah, there it is.
A black, gay, transgender Nazi. Jew. Who would run the world? I see. I'm going to identify as that. From now on.
I just found out what my next Christmas or my next Halloween costume is.
If you can get me a yarmulke with dreadlocks and a swastika on it.
I'm so gonna make one.
A yarmulke with dreads. I can't believe we hadn't thought of that. Until now. Like you always get like the Rasta hat with the fake dreads.
Yeah.
Cut that into a yarmulke. And I'll learn the Torah if I have to. I'll convert to Judaism just to make this a thing. I'm the black gay Nazi Jew. And then
identify as a sea turtle.
And then get my friend Mandy back on Facebook. They go, well, here we are, Miss I have to recognize. Right? I am now a black gay Nazi too. Recognize.
Support me, bitch.
And don't you say I'm not. Talk to the man if you say I'm not. I'm a black gay Nazi Jew. Now, shalom. Oh my God. How controversial do we want to get on Eric and Gordon? Because we can really push this into a bad place, and I would do it too.
Can we push it that much farther than this right now? I don't know about that. We pretty much covered every basis. It's just one person alone. So
you think so? Because I live like 6 blocks from the British Columbia Department of Vital Statistics. I can go try to get that all official. I had nothing to do tomorrow.
I would be okay with that. It'd be fucking hilarious to me.
I wonder how I'd just reapply. I guess I'd have to get a doctor and a rabbi to sign off on it. If there's a doctor that says testosterone isn't real, then there's got to be a doctor that says I'm just pigmentally challenged and I'm actually black. I got that thing Michael Jackson wanted.
Yeah. It's for the record, by the way. If you fucking figure out that you can be pigmented talent, you would have no idea how quickly I'll be jumping all over that.
Oh, wow.
Since I've been studying it since a teenager, I am fucking the blackest white man you're ever going to be. So,
maybe you weren't wrong.
Well,
you were ahead of the curve.
Right? You all thought I was being racist. You didn't realize I was actually fucking, I was ahead of the game.
Oh, you were just identifying, we have so much to hate our parents and teachers for.
Actually, we're my friends and everybody else.
They were so wrong about everything. I never failed a grade. I want to go back and dispute my grades because letter days shouldn't have counted against me all those times.
That's right. I should have been a straight insert letter here, too.
Absolutely. Hal Johnson and Sesame Street really fucked me up. All this time I thought I was just lazy and had no potential. It turns out, no, I'm just an incredibly confused Nazi black gay Jew.
It's all starting to make sense now. All this time. I had no idea.
It's all beginning to make sense. I want to sit down with these people and explain it to them. I want to get Justin Trudeau and a whole panel of people so I can explain to them why I'm homeless. Why it's their fault, and they'll fucking believe it too. They have to.
They have no choice.
They can't not. If we do it publicly, you'll be the biggest hypocrites in the world if they don't just nod yes and give me a check.
I wonder if I could identify as a sequoia tree. That's awesome.
I don't know. Are they endangered?
Does it matter?
Well, yeah, you don't know how to identify as something endangered, or no one's going to feel sorry for you.
Wouldn't that make them feel more sorry for me?
I don't know. No, because you're not endangered?
But if I feel like I'm a sequoia, does that make me endangered by default?
That's true. You are not well-rooted.
Right? I'm a sequoia black Jew.
Guarantee we can get someone to back this.
Not if they hear this episode, they won't.
Someone still will, because I'm under duress. I'm so emotionally confused. I have no idea what I'm saying right now.
I'm just starting to realize the actual truth of my life.
And it's overwhelming.
And I'm laughing because it's how I deal with stress.
I'm crying on the inside.
I'm crying on the outside. I got tears on the fucking this shit.
Wow. I feel like we really made some progress here today.
Yeah. That's, I think, wow. I need whiskey. Or maybe I need a fruity tropical drink. I don't know. Depends on how I'm identifying.
I think the show might have to change its title to, maybe we were wrong. Where's my check?
That's funny.
How wrong do we have to be before you pay us? Speaking of which, I tried to launch our app again last night, and same issues. So I'll try again tonight, but that app is coming, I swear to God.
Well, best of luck with that, my friend.
I scaled it right down to all it does is play the fucking episodes, and it still won't work.
Jesus, really?
I know I got a little crazy with it the first time, but yeah, I tried to learn the error of my ways, and I just don't think we're destined to have an app unless someone else creates it for us. But other than that, I have nothing else to tell you guys. I hope you're all okay. I, for one, feel like I've really come out of my shell. And I will move forward as the new me. My mother may never speak to me again, but we'll see. And that would help actually if she didn't. So, fuck. I don't.
I feel spent.
I'm winded.
Like this time, I just fucked for 6 hours straight and damaged at the same time. I don't know what it is.
Well, we did good, my friend. I'm glad. I was totally going to cancel tonight.
Oh, I wasn't very far off of myself.
We should be in a bad mood more often.
I agree with that.
Yeah, maybe not. It was a fun episode, kids. Give us that email. If not, I get the money soon. And stay tuned next time. Until then, take care of each other.
Oh, wow.
Fair enough.
Wow.
I can't believe I did that whole thing without coffee.
Yeah, well,
the air in here is killing me.
All right.
I got a drink.
Yeah, you do that. I got nothing.
Oh, yeah. Tell them I'm sorry. I don't have a phone. It didn't show up in the mail yet.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, thanks, buddy.
All right, dude. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
I hope so.
Yeah, no worries.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, man.
Oh, that's better fucking recording.